Hi, welcome to the video on clustering analysis. Under analysis, we are going to see scalable clustering algorithms in this video. Yes, why do we need these scalable clustering algorithms? See, as the size of the data increases, or the size of the data items in the database increases, or for the large database, it is not so easy to cluster the data for all the items. So we cannot cluster for all the data items which is present in the large databases. So what we have to do in that case, how can we create the cluster? How can we partition the clusters? That is what is seen under the scalable clustering algorithms. Okay. So we have two algorithms under scalable clustering algorithm. One is Birch and the other one is CURE. So what our Birch does is it minimizes running time and data scans, thus formulating the problems for the large database. As I said, it is going to as it is going to reduce the data size, it can minimize the running time as well as the data scans. Okay, clustering decisions made without scanning the whole data. No need to, since we are not going to scan the entire database, the clustering decisions will be fast since it is going to scan only the selected data. Exploits the non-uniformity of data. It treats dense area as one and remove outliers. It is going to consider the data items only in the dense area, which will be called as the cluster, and it will remove all the outliers. Clustering feature. Clustering feature is a compact storage for data on points in a cluster. So what is clustering feature? It gives a compact storage for the data items in the cluster. Yes, has enough information to calculate the intra-cluster distance. Yeah, within the cluster, the distance between the data points is nothing but intra-cluster distance. So it provides enough information to calculate that particular distance. Additivity theorem allows us to merge the clusters. It also helps us to merge the clusters using the additivity theorem. And these are the clustering features. See, we have the formula for the given nd dimensional data points in the cluster. CF is equal to n into ls comma ss. What is this n? N is nothing but number of data points, and ls is the linear sum of the n data points, and ss is the square sum of the n data points. Yes, these are all the additive theorems which is used to merge the clusters. And now we will see what are the properties of CF tree. Each non-leaf node has at most b entries. So if you take the CF tree, we'll be having three types of nodes. One is root node, non-leaf node, and the third one is leaf node. So root node, if you take, it will be having the children, and that children is called as non-leaf node. Who will be having again the children. The children which are at the lowest level are called as the leaf nodes. So here they have given the definition, like each non-leaf node has at most b entries. So every non-leaf nodes can have b, and every leafy nodes can have at most L entries. Okay, but the L should be less than the threshold T. So the L value should be less than the threshold T. That is the condition given. The node size is determined by the dimensionality of the data. So how we are going to determine the node sizes? With the help of the dimensionality of the data space and the input parameter, that is P. Yes, this is a CF tree insertion, and we have a Birch clustering algorithm here. So we have four different phases which should be done under the Birch clustering algorithm. That is, scan all data and build an initial in-memory CF tree. First, from the database, we have to scan all the data and we have to create the CF tree. In the second phase, condense this data into desirable length by building a smaller CF tree. So what is our ultimate aim? We have to reduce the quantity of the data. So what we are going to do is we are going to condense the CF tree into the smaller CF tree. Next comes global clustering. So in the third phase, we have to use any of the clustering algorithm and do the clustering process. The fourth phase, the cluster refining is there. It is optional. If you want, you can go with that. So the cluster refining check the goodness, validates the goodness of the cluster, and whichever the cluster is required, that is taken, and whichever cluster is not required, that will be removed. So this is all about the Birch. So Birch algorithm helps us to reduce the data items and do the clustering efficiently with the minimum time and the maximum efficiency. That is the use of Birch clustering algorithm. When these clustering algorithms, that is Birch and the CURE, are used is when the scalability of the data item increases. When the size of the data item increases, then we'll go for the scalable clustering algorithms called Birch and CURE. Now we have seen Birch, then we will see CURE algorithm. Yes, this is CURE algorithm. This is also one of the scalable clustering algorithms. So CURE can identify both spherical and non-spherical clusters. Yes, it works based on the shapes. That is, it can identify both the spherical and non-spherical clusters, and it chooses a number of well-scattered points as representative of the cluster instead of one point centroid. So it takes number of clusters, and in that it is going to select one representative cluster. So how that representative cluster is selected is with the help of the data points which is closer to the centroid. Instead of here in the previous algorithms, we have taken few clusters based on the centroid value. Here we are going to select the representative clusters. CURE uses random sampling and partitioning to speed up the clustering. So how it is going to speed up? The Birch, we said we are going to reduce the size of the CF tree. In the CURE, we are going to use random sampling and partitioning methods to speed up the clustering. And this is the overall view of the CURE. This is data. When data will be the input, and we have to draw a random sample, take the random sample. In that, we have to partition the sample. So you have 50 items, 500 data items in the database. From that, you will be taking 50 data items as a random sample. That 50 you are going to partition it into 5 partitions, and every partition should be clustered. Then in that cluster, we are going to eliminate the outliers. Then cluster the partial clusters. Again cluster the partially clustered things. And after clustering everything, you will be labeling the data in the disk. So these are the different steps involved in the CURE algorithm. So first what we have to do, we have to draw the random sample, then partition the sample, then partially cluster, then cluster the partitional clusters. Before that, you have to eliminate the noise or the outliers. After that, you should label the data. So this is how the CURE works. Just if you know the overview of Birch and CURE, that is enough. So hierarchical clustering algorithm uses CURE algorithm. So as we said, for each cluster C, well scattered points within the cluster are chosen, and then shrinking them towards the mean of the cluster by a fraction A. So we have to select the representative points also, which is called C. The distance between the two clusters is then the distance between the closest pair of the representative points from the each cluster. So how we are going to select the data point is, so whichever is closer to the representative points, that will be belonging to that cluster. Okay, so the C representative points attempts to capture the physical shape and geometry of the cluster. So it helps to capture the physical shape and the geometry of the cluster. Then shrinking the scattered points towards the mean, get rid of surface normality. So we have to, if you eliminate or if you remove the outliers, then it will be shrinked, and we will be getting the data, less quantity of the data, which will be the output of the CURE algorithm. Yes, random sampling, these are all we have seen. These are the different phases: labeling the data and handling outliers. So under the scalable clustering algorithms, we have seen in two algorithms. One is Birch and the other one is CURE. Birch has 4 phases and the CURE has 6 phases, which we have to undergo. 6 steps we have to undergo to reduce the size of the database and apply the clustering and to eliminate the noise. So hope you all have understood. Thank you for watching. Thank you.